Hello everyone, this is Shrikar here, and today I wanted to show you how we can build a simple like YouTube research agent using Gumloop. So the goal for this particular tutorial is very simple. So let's say if you want to understand what people are talking about when it comes to like AI automation, right? So you have like so many videos that kind of like pop up. Going through each of them one by one is going to be like very time consuming. So if you really want to understand at a high level what people are talking about for a given topic, like for example AI automation, AI agents and whatnot, is there a way by which we can just like essentially like look at all these videos, get set transcripts, and identify the key points or like opportunities which we have right now? And that is essentially what I'm going to show you today. So to begin with, I'm using a tool called Gumloop, which is like an AI automation framework. In this case, what I'm going to start with is something called as a web search node. Essentially, you just tell this site hack trick, which is like you just tell, okay, find out all the YouTube videos about AI automation, right? So again, the main problem is like currently Gumloop doesn't have a YouTube search integration. So one hack I found out was essentially you could just use Google and then kind of like scope the results to only to youtube.com, and that is essentially what I'm doing in this case. We can essentially say, okay, let's say if I want to start with like five YouTube videos, I could just like essentially add that. And once we have that information, what this web search node is going to give us is essentially a list of 5 URLs and 5 snippets. For now, I don't care about snippets. Let's just take the URLs. So there is also another node like YouTube transcript node. Essentially, I have to connect just the URLs to that video link. And this particular node, the YouTube transcript node, is essentially going to pull out the transcript from that YouTube video. Um, and once we have the YouTube videos, the next thing which I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the join list items to essentially like combine all the transcripts together. So the goal is essentially for me to understand what is happening at a topic level. So I want to kind of like merge all of the transcripts together. And once that is done, in this case, I'm just going to like join by a new line or not any other way is also fine. Along with that, once I have all the transcripts together, what I have is like I have two prompts. One is use this transcript, like in this case I'm going to tell you like I'm just asking the Gumloop tool to essentially write a blog post for me. So if you look at this particular text here, let me just zoom out a little bit. What I'm saying is I'm providing a list of transcript for AI automation on YouTube. I want you to use that information and create a blog based on that. Here are the key things to include. First is what is the core summary of the transcripts, what tools are they using, and what are the biggest opportunities right now in that domain. Right. So this is like one kind of like part of the logic. Essentially, use the same transcript. So instead of going and scraping it again, I can just like add like another like workflow wherein I just like take the same text and then I'm going to ask it to say like write to LinkedIn post. You can literally put anything for the prompt here, and once that is done, you can even select like different models. Like let's say if I want to go with like 4O mini versus like haiku, I think the credits usage will be like different. But let's start with this. So if you just go and start with this particular run, it's going to like start the flow. So the first thing it does is it essentially going to like it already did a web search. So in this case, ask I failed because it exceeds. Okay, so I think I've essentially like some of these scripts are way too big. That's probably why. Let's for this case we can actually add like error shield, but for the simple use case, let's keep it simple and just like reduce the number of results to 3 and just run it again. So once you start with this, like you have web search. If you look at the web search results, I think it will show up. It will give you like 3 videos and 3 snippets. For now, as I mentioned before, I don't care about the snippets. All the URLs go to YouTube transcripts. So in this case, the get YouTube transcript, there will essentially be 3 links because I'm asking for 3 results. So let's see if the 3 results are there. We have 3 results and 3 transcripts, and essentially what happen is like once join list is done, you have one output which is like everything together, all the transcripts together, right? At this point in time, I have two workflows, essentially, like one for writing the blog post and one for writing the LinkedIn post. So I think this is essentially the blog post content, wherein I kind of like talk about, okay, this is telling in the ever evolving landscape of artificial intelligence, blah blah blah, what's happening here, tools they have used in this example. As you can see, it's kind of like made up a few of these dots. I think it's actually not shown in the Gumloop, but I think probably the text content will be there if you actually push it to a Google Sheet. I think you should be able to see that. So this is one example. Yeah, the logs here have been shortened for readability. So that's essentially what it is. Along with that, we also have another one for like creating the LinkedIn post. LinkedIn post unlock the future of AI automation. You can see the post here. But yeah, I mean, this is like an interesting use case of like using tools like Gumloop, and with some simple hacks like the site hack, we can essentially like do a lot of like YouTube research. This I'm planning to like use it quite a bit, mainly if I want to get like a high level overview of like what is happening on YouTube, what is happening on Google search, like something similar to like what Perplexity does, like figure out like what's happening at a web search level, what people are talking about on YouTube, Instagram or whatnot. But yeah, this is like the high level automation idea. So do let me know if you have any questions or any feedback for me. That's it for today. Thanks.